So I'm just going to cut to the chase about Weapons that came out not too long ago. And first of all, it's 2 hours long. And as I was watching it, it felt like 2 hours. If you don't know what Weapons is or are living under a rock and have not seen the movie, it's basically all the kids went missing from one classroom except for one little boy. And that's like this whole mystery of what happened. Everything could have been just straightforward, just move the story, straightforward. We didn't need to know the backstories of many of the characters. The only one that did was James, and that was the one that was doing the drugs and the cop was chasing him. I felt like that was the only one because eventually he ends up finding the kids and trying to explain where they were, and I feel like it should have just went from there. Could have just said, hey, go to this house and here are the kids, and then all hell breaks loose from then on. If there wasn't crisscrossing and zigzagging of stories, it wouldn't be a Zach Cregger signature style movie. So, because he did that in Barbarian, not as extensive as Weapons, because Weapons had more characters, but he still did it. Movie, it wasn't bad. It was actually interesting in the sense of how they worked with all these characters, but I felt like by the time it got to the point where Justine and Archer is in the car and then things started unfolding, I just kind of forgot a lot of the other stuff and really didn't care about any of the characters. Really did like Gladys and how her character was, but I kind of wish there was some more mystery of how she was doing things. But I kind of feel like he was just concluding the story. Like there was no plan to do a part two. It was mentioned in I think in Variety or something like that. They asked him, hey, are you going to do anything else with Weapons? And he said, oh, he would like to do something else with Weapons, but it doesn't have a plan for it. But there really isn't nothing else to do because if you've seen Weapons, you know what happens to Gladys. I would like to see how Gladys became Gladys. But other than that, it's kind of like Gladys is done. There's no way she's coming back from what happened to her at the end. The reason I'm bringing this up because based on his style, he's doing Resident Evil, and that comes out next year. So I'm going to talk about that in the next video.